Hello, today I am going to explain Agastya GST invoice software. So this is the dashboard of Agastya GST invoice. So it will shows overview of the Agastya invoice. So this is total receivables from your customers. It will shows here, and the sales and expenses of year, and you can view in month wise also. Then it will shows a sales, receipts and dues. In dashboard it will show overview of the invoice that is generated from you to your customers. Then going to contacts. Before generating any invoice, first you should save all the contact details of your customers. Then only you can prepare an invoice, perfect invoice for your customers. So first you need to add the contacts for which customer that you are generating the invoice. So for that you need to create new, click on new. Then you need to enter all the primary details that of your customers. Then after entering all the details you can click on save. Then the contact will be get saved in Agastya GST invoice software. So here the contact is saved. Okay, then after creating the contact you can select any one of the contacts and you can prepare an invoice for them. Then going for, see here, it will come like this. It is the contact details of your customer. Then going to items. In items it will shows the products or services that you are selling for your customers. You can add here the products. Here whatever the products that you are adding in all items, that will be displayed while preparing the invoice. Okay, if you want to add any new products to this, you can click on new and add the products or services that you are providing for your customers. See here, goods or services. You can select the types of service that you are giving and you can enter the name and the cost of that product or service. After entering you have to click on save. Then the product will be saved and it will be listed in items. Then going to next product, that is estimates. Estimates means that for your customers that you are generating estimation invoice. Means this product will cost this much of money that you are sending for your customers. After finalizing of the estimation invoice, then you can convert it to real invoice. See here, estimation invoice will be generated like this. You can convert this to invoice. So the estimated cost or invoice will be directly converted to invoice, and then you can give it to your end customers. For creating this estimation cost, you have to click on new. Here you can create the customers details. You can select the customers. Here you have added in the context, right? That will come here. And estimation invoice bill number, reference number, and date and expiry date of your estimation cost. Suppose you are generating this estimation today, the tomorrow will be a expiry date, like that you can put, or else today only the expiry. Next, the salesperson name, who's from which salesperson the sales has been done. Or else you can add the new customers also by clicking on plus option here. Here you can add the salespersons. Then going to project name, here you can select the project name, or else you can add directly here itself. By clicking on plus you'll get the product details, you can add there. Then after creating that, after creating estimation code, click on save, so that the estimation invoice will be generated and that you can forward to your end customers. After doing this, you can go for retainer invoice. Retainer invoice means the invoice that collects advance payment from your customers. That is called retainer invoice number. If you want to take any advance payment for your services or already sold services, then you can create a retainer invoice here. If you click on new, then you can create a retainer invoice for your customers. So the retainer invoice will be generated like this. Okay, then you can Here you can, if you want to edit something in this retainer invoice, you can click on edit option, you can edit it, or you can download it through PDF option, and print option is also available here. And you can send mails by here itself. You can click on email options and you can send an email to your end customers here. Then after adding, you can enter the subject and send to your customers. Then going to delivery challenge. Here you are creating a channel for your end users or customers. After preparing that invoice deliver channels, you can deliver or store here itself, or else you can forward it to your customers. Here you can select the customer, same while you are preparing return invoice, same method will be applied here also. You can create a deliver challenge and you can save it as draft, or you can send through mail. Then going for invoice, here after estimation cost is done, everything is done, final invoice you are going to generate for your customer. Then you have to click on invoice, you have to select the invoice, then you have to click on new. After clicking on new, you have to enter all the details that is required for your invoice generation. Enter all the things. If you want to add any other additional cost, here you have having add another line. You can add additional services or additional charges that you are costing for that particular product, you can add here. Then after doing that, you can click, you can save it as draft, and after sometimes you can view that invoice and you can forward it to your customers. See here, your generated invoice will be listed in invoice software, so it will be here. So once you click on this already generated invoice, go to invoice. You have prepared the invoice bill. So after preparing that, you can click on edit PDF or print. Then you can mail also. Even if you want to attach any files through this invoice, you can attach here. And the payment receipt details will be here itself. This is comment and history, and this is payment received. You have generated an invoice and you have sent for your customers, and they have made the payment. That will be also updated in the received payment invoice, and that invoice also be generated here. Is there any balance due or total amount that is paid by your customers, like that you can generate the invoice. Next, going for payment receipt. In the payment receipt, it will list all the payment that is received from your end customers, and for that also invoice will be generated. You can forward it to your end customers. You can click on invoice payment receipt. Then your something will come like this. After doing this, if you want to edit anything in this, you can edit PDF print option, and you can mail through your customers. Next, going for recurring invoice. Recurring invoice means the invoice that is generated for the same customers at regular intervals of time, containing the same details. For example, if some customer is regular to your shop or to your company, you are preparing an invoice bill for them regularly for the same details. So you can add a return invoice here, and monthly wise or yearly wise for that customers you are sending the invoice for that customer yearly wise or monthly wise. Then going for credit note. In credit note, it is same as invoice only. Here you will create a credit note for your customers. You have to click on new. Then the credit note will be generated for your customers. Here it is same as invoice only. The credit note also you have to prepare a credit note, and that will be generated, and then you can forward it to customers. The expenses means the expenses that is done by your company or by your shop. That expenses will be created or added here. If you want to add any new expenses for your company, you have to click on new, then the new expenses has been added. So after clicking on new, you have to enter all the details for which that expenses has been done and how much money on in for which category it belongs to. Or else you can, if you want to add any other new category, you can click on new here, and you can add the category name as well, and you can enter the customer name. After entering all the details, you can save it off. So this is record. Then my bulk add expenses, this one. If you want to add any bulk expenses at a time, you can add it here. Then going for recurring expenses. Recurring expenses means that monthly expenses or yearly expenses, which is means it is a regular expenses that is spent by your company or by your shop. Then you can go for recurring expenses and you can add the things here in recurring expenses. This is a report, the final reports, that whatever the activities that you are done in Agastya invoice, that will be generated in the reports, and you can download all the reports for yearly wise or monthly wise. If you want to maintain any if you want to tally the things, you can maintain the reports here. Reports will be maintained here, you can download, and if you want to refer your customers, you can give it here itself. This is about reports, and this is all about Agastya invoice, means Agastya GST invoice software. So thanks for watching. Thank you.